So, hey, while I have you here, we're sitting here resting a little bit. You want to walk me through anything inside the thing right here real quick?
Yeah, there's a couple of things that are pretty interesting, like this gauge cluster.
Mm-hmm.
You're in what they call information, and it doesn't matter which theme you're in. We have the sport, the touring, the track. You've seen that. But if you look here, if you go up or down, you see this 4-way control.
Mm-hmm.
This does a lot of stuff. So if you go up, it can tell you, okay, there's your range. See the V8?
Yes.
If you put it in eco mode, you can see that switch from 4 to 8, V4 to V8.
I see.
It gives your oil life, your tire pressures, fuel economy. It'll give you this is your fuel economy. Last 25 miles, we've averaged 17.
Mm-hmm.
It says the best on this car, somebody did 34.
Oh my gosh.
It's the best. So we were doing a little bit aggressive. So you still got 17, which is bad.
It's not bad.
You use 3 gallons. It'll tell you the speed limit. Here is 55. This is something cool. The engine hours and lifetime revs. That's the lifetime revolutions of the engine. So it's something different than the odometer. It gives you the revs, so it kind of gives you a feel of how hard the engine's being used. That was actually a feature on the 1953 Corvette. It was an analog counter. We thought we can do that electronically in the new car. Kind of took something from the past and did it electronically. There's just your normal speed. So you have all this. Then if you go to the left, there's other options. This is performance option. So this gives you some performance things because it's oil pressure, oil temperature, volt G-force, and you can go down there. There's a G meter. This is what you call a friction circle.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you 4 G's.
This is great for tracks and tracking.
It gives a 0 to 60 timer. You can also change that 0 to 30. You can change the stop.
Now, can you store a lot of this data somewhere so you can pull it off onto your computer to track?
Well, you can't pull it up, but it'll store like your lap times, like the last, I think, 15 or so.
Okay.
I think this is something new too. Tire temperature. I think we're the only car in the world that has this right now as a production car, where it tells you the temperature of your tires. There's actually a temperature sensor in the valve stem, which is pretty cool.
Wow!
So you can see, and it actually affects some of the stability control. Depending if the tires are hot or cold.
Mm-hmm.
If the tires are cold, it knows to adjust for that. So that's kind of cool. Okay, and then we also have this audio mode. It'll tell you this radio station. Now, if you're in let me just show you something real quick. If you're in, I'm sorry, go back to there. So if you're in this mode with that screen, if you have like an iPod or iPhone or any music player, it puts the album art where that speaker is. It'll put the album art from your playlist or whatever. Things like that. I'll put it back on track there. And so that's the audio mode. And then there's also a phone mode. Obviously, there was no phone. If you have your phone paired Bluetooth, it'll give you the person's picture or whatever. There's navigation, and that'll actually you can put the map there.
Wow, that's cool.
You put the map there, or it gives you your turn-by-turn stuff.
Can you get heads-up display for your turn-by-turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll go up on the heads-up display as well.
It does that anyway. It does that automatically.
Oh, okay.
So then on here, so you can put whatever you want there, and then on here you can also, when you go to the home page, there's a lot of different things you can put audio on here. Obviously, you can put the phone. You can also like a smartphone. You can say, okay, I want. You hold that in. I want the weather up here, up here.
Shortcuts.
So you can do a shortcut. So then, if you're in, say I'm in navigation, I want to know the weather. If you have a trip stored in here, like a trip, it'll give you the weather on the trip.
Okay.
So say we were going to LA, it would tell you as you're going, it's this temperature, it's raining when you get to LA or whatever. Now, if you don't have a trip, it just tells you here, okay, we're in
your local
town center. It gives you this time, what's going to happen. Give you 36, it'll give you the weather forecast, things like that. But it does a lot.
And obviously you have OnStar.
And our Pandora. What this one does That's like if you have, say, Siri
Mm-hmm.
on your iPhone. It'll if you push that, it'll talk in the car. Phone's pair go into the car. You can use the phone commands through the car.
Gotcha.
So say you put your phone, you might plug your phone in here and leave it in there.
Oh, by the way, that in itself is a very cool feature. The display goes down, and you can put your phone or whatever there, and then there's a USB port. Now, is that a live? That's not only for charging, right? But you can also. That's where you would plug in your iPhone or iPod.
Right, for the music.
Gotcha.
You can either do it through Bluetooth,
Mm-hmm.
or you can plug it in. If you plug it in the USB, though, then you get more like voice controls and stuff like that.
And then you can control it with.
You can say play artist, play song.
And you would know.
It just verbally. And then you also have in here, there's a little center, there's an SD card, 2 more USBs, and an input jack. And then you also have
what would you use the SD card for? Music?
Yeah,
or storage? Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people, not it, because we were thinking we wanted to make it really easy to use. So even if they don't have people aren't into a smartphone yet, they can have their son or daughter, put all the songs on an SD card, a cheap SD card, $10, $20, you can hold a lot of music.
Right.
Throw it in there. It doesn't take up any room. The nice thing about the SD card, you put it in there. It goes in there. It doesn't take away any of your storage space.
Mm-hmm.
You have it with you all the time.
Whoops, sorry.
And that's another port, like one like this.
Right. All right.
The other thing too, you can take this out if you want to use this for sunglasses.
That's
or phone. Or
genius.
Or you can use it for cups.
I don't know if we would want to be drinking in here. There's no.
I know there's some people who are like, nobody's drinking in my Corvette.
Exactly.
And this also is electronic. So there's a valet mode in here under the settings, and you key in like here's valet mode. You key in 4 digits like a hotel safe. So if you leave the car, it locks this and the screen. So you can't get into it until you redo it.
That's genius. All right, shall we get going?
Sure.
There we go. All right, now we're back in business.